Good morning, my friends. During this morning's meditation, I had very strong flashbacks into a time of my life in the mid to late 80s when I was in the clutches, if you will, of a Christian fundamentalist cult. And the flashbacks were very vivid. And what I began watching was myself trying to reinvent the past. What if I had done this? What if I had said that? And it became very clear that trying to rewrite the past can turn into a quagmire in which we drown the present moment. How then do we maintain our present moment awareness without repressing or suppressing a flashback of the past? And the answer is the 5 aggregates. So you're having a flashback. The first thing you ask is, what mood am I now experiencing? Relaxing. And that helps you to own your revivification, your reliving of past sights and emotions and sounds and stuff like that. Then you move on to the second contemplation. What story am I telling? And that acknowledges that in the present moment, you're reliving something. You're not there, you're reliving it. And this is an important distinction. Acknowledging and exploring our story, being aware of the story, acknowledges that what's happened has already happened. It's not the present moment. We're not confusing 2015 with 1988. Not at all. In 1988, the present moment was malleable. And as the 4th chapter of the Tao Te Ching teaches, is full of infinite possibilities. But once the present moment has become the past moment, whether by a second, or by a year, or by a decade, or by more, it's no longer malleable. If you are an actor and you're on stage and doing improv, it's malleable. But if it's been captured in film and you're watching it, it's no longer malleable. That distinction is crucial. That distinction between confusing the present moment for the past moment and remembering that this present moment is just a rewatching of the past moment is very helpful. And we can do all that with the simple silent phrase that we silently mentally recite. What story am I telling? Relaxing. We then move on to, what labels am I using? Relaxing. Things like, that should not have happened. That was horrible. That was foolish. That was tragic. That was an abomination. Those are great labels. They're just labels. Then we move on to the 4th one. What evaluations am I making? This is good. This is pleasurable. This is painful. This is neither. 9 times out of 10, our flashbacks are painful. Not always, but often. And then we ask the last question of the 5. What raw sense contact am I now experiencing? Relaxing. And that takes the emotional that helps to create a filter between the circumstantial, externally, the emotional, internally, and the superficial physical sensations we experience between the two. We cannot rewrite the past. I'm reminded of I think it was the first Harry Potter movie, when Harry Potter gazes into a mirror that shows the fruition of one's dreams. And if I recall correctly, Dumbledore explained to them that many people will squander their lives thusly. Likewise, when we have a flashback, we do not want to repress it. We also do not want to indulge it, for constantly trying to rewrite the past will divorce us from the present moment. And it's the present moment that is the cutting edge of reality. The present moment is the only place where we have options and choices. For before us, we have nothing but conjecture. And after us, we have nothing but history. We have to stay in the present moment. Now, does that mean if you get caught up rewriting the past that you failed? No. It means you're human. You notice it and apply the 5 aggregates. And then move on. And so it's not a question of being right or being wrong. It's about noticing growth opportunities and seizing them. And one of the most efficient ways to strike while the iron is hot, so to speak, is with the 5 aggregates. That's all you get, my friends. That's all for today. Let's see. Quick reminder that the Tuesday series of weekly webinars and in-person classes begins the 3rd of November. If you wish to register, use the link below. Got to register so that you can receive the link so that you can tune in on your computer, or so you can receive the directions if you're coming in person. The classes are free thanks to our patrons. If you want to be a patron on Patreon, you can do it for as little as $1 a month. Check out the links below. Bye-bye now.